we have The Karate Kid. That is the movie that Sumana is going to review. Over to you, Sumana.
I'll be reviewing the Karate Kid, the 2010 version of it. I believe there's a new one coming up, and there've been a lot in between. But the Karate Kid, starring Jaden Smith and Jackie Chan, is set in China, where 12-year-old Ray Parker faces bullying and struggles of adjusting to a new culture after moving there with his mom. What follows is Jay's journey of self-discovery with the help of Mr. Han, a quiet maintenance worker who is secretly a kung fu master. Jaden Smith's portrayal of Dre is surprisingly strong for someone young. At first, Dre is shy, unsure, and constantly getting bullied in a foreign country. But as he trains with Mr. Han, he starts gaining confidence. One of the big lessons here is resilience. Dre has to learn how to pick himself up after setbacks, stay calm under pressure, and take things one step at a time. Jaden really shows Dre's transformation from someone who wants to fit in to someone who believes in his own strength. Jackie Chan playing Mr. Han is another key part of the movie's moral core. His character teaches Dre that true strength comes from within. Mr. Han isn't just a martial arts teacher, he's a mentor who's been through his own pain and loss. He's calm, wise, and patient, teaching Dre the value of discipline, focus, and even forgiveness. A big lesson here is that martial arts aren't just about fighting, they're about learning how to be a better person. The story isn't groundbreaking, but it is still effective. It sticks to the familiar formula. Jay is bullied, he trains with Mr. Han, and we get the final tournament. However, setting it in China gives the story a fresh twist. About the theme of adapting to a new culture adds an extra layer to the usual underdog plot. It's not just about fighting, it's about patience, resilience, and learning to believe in Jay. Learning to believe in Jay starts as someone who's intimidated and out of his depth, but through his training, he learns that anything worth achieving takes time and effort. One of the biggest takeaways is success doesn't come overnight, but with consistent hard work and dedication, you can get there. Throughout the movie, numerous attempts are made to portray that Dre is just a teenager with a simple home life, showing his bond between his mother and him. There's also a great lesson on how to deal with bullies. Instead of responding with anger or violence, Dre learns the importance of calmness and self control. The movie shows that you don't need to fight back in the traditional sense. Sometimes holding your ground with confidence is all you need. Another important lesson is the value of mentorship. Jay could have given up many times, but Mr. Han's steady guidance keeps him going. Throughout the movie, there were countless lessons that Mr. Han learned from Jay. The idea is that we all lean on someone, and that helps us see our potential power. It's a reminder that we're not alone in our struggles, and having a mentor can make all the difference. The choreography of the final fight is a standout, where we can see Jay's growth in action truly. Uh, it's satisfying to see his hard work finally pay off. While the story follows a familiar beat, it still packs a punch when it comes to life lessons. Jackie Chan and Jaden Smith make quite a great pair. And whether you're a kid or an adult, there's always something to take away from this movie, and it's definitely worth watching.
Thank you. I assume your review is over. Are you here, Sumana? Are you able to hear me? All right, you're on mute.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, you're
All right, all right. That was quite quick, as well as all right. The forum is open for questions. I think this is your first review here after 18.
yes.
So, so she was earlier given as a teen. Now she's into her. She's along with us. So that way, I feel quite proud that you've done your first review here. So yes, the forum is open for interaction. Please switch on your audios and please switch on your videos if possible so that we all can hear you. Yes.
I haven't watched Karate Kid, but it's a very nice review. I'll watch it sure.
I have watched it a lot of times and you
You have
beautifully
to, you have
explained
to.
it.
Yes,
Yeah,
Sheetal.
it is.
Sheetal.
I have watched the film a lot of times and she has explained it so beautifully.
All right. Tarun Garu, you're saying something.
Yeah, it is a great review. Even I too have watched so many times. But yeah, the very one thing I like in that movie is that the way he teaches Kung Fu is a very different from other movies. I'll take a gist of that is that he'll ask the kid to take a jacket, put it down, take it back, and uh, over to him. Just this is the only thing he'll do even in the every day. One day he'll get frustrated that if he thinks that learning kung fu, what we usually think is that there should be a temple, there should be a lot of people, there should be a lot of stretches, everything. So I would like to tell in that way, like learning something might not be the same for everyone. There are like a number of techniques. Don't stick to your mind to very one type of technique, and don't be stick to that. That might work for you. That might not work for you. Yeah,
And the
that I would
Dre
like to.
jacket incident is actually a funny story. So Mr. Han is actually at Dre's house and he notices that Dre never hangs up his jacket in the coat rack that they have. And they notice his mom yelling at him to do that. That is actually where he starts this. So it's quite amazing to see that a mentor picked up on some normal habit of his and made him learn how to both hang his jacket and a lot of kung fu at the same time.
Right. Yes. Others, please.
Quite a good movie to watch, and it's the shortest review and the quickest review that I have ever seen in CCB. Like, such a nice review, Sumana. And this movie is like a watching. It's a like very fun and funny movie, and the action sequences are really very good. The climax part is like the best part of the movie, and the way the coach motivates or guides the like I don't remember his name. It's like the best part of the movie. Every single time he's keeping some new technique, and with that technique he will be guiding the student in a best possible way. Yeah.
So all
More
of
than
this,
being a student, we feel like we can learn how to be a best teacher. More than being.
all right. So it's both perspectives, rather. That's what you're saying. Yeah. Cool. Lovely. Any words from others, please? Any thoughts? Sheetal, is there any point that you could remember and relate and you liked about that movie, since you said you watched it several times?
Yeah, because I have children now, so we keep watching all these films.
Hmm.
See, the most important thing in this film that they picturize beautifully is the warmth in the relationship. You know, if that is my belief too, that if there is a bond, a warm bond between the teacher and the learner, it can be a parent-child relationship, it can be a formal teacher and a student, it can be friends, it can be brothers, sisters, or anybody. The way you approach the learning, learning in somebody who doesn't know about it, that's the essence of it, and it's beautifully picturized in this film.
Okay. Okay. That's nice. Right. Anybody, please. Satya, you have any thoughts? You can speak.
One of my favorite things in the movie is I watched it and I like how the teacher learns from the student and the student doesn't really intend to teach the teacher, but the teacher manages to learn a lot from him. And that's portrayed very beautifully.
Okay, why did you like that part? I mean, that's a little unusual.
It's not the ideal teacher teaching student, student listening to the teacher. So it's something very different.
All right, that you liked.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
I can relate to Satya's last point.
Hmm.
That like in my school, my physics teacher wants to learn solving the Rubik's cube from a bunch of students from one of us. That's good. Like he listened to us very patiently until and unless he gets what he wants.
Interesting. They say that, teachers actually learn every day. I'm sure Usha Garu here, Jayashree Garu, some of the seniors out here who are there, and some of them who have been teaching, including me, we all agree on the fact that teaching is always something to do with learning every day. The word says it's teaching, Sandhya, of course. And see, I mean, every day is a new learning because the way the children or the kids or the students, how they behave, they teach us a lot. Some people may not like the content straight away, but with a certain example or a certain picture, all of a sudden they turn their mind, they turn all their attention, and suddenly they get to be the most focused student out there. You never know what actually takes them to get there. And for us, that is a learning. So while we want to convey the message through encoding some words, some pictures, something, the idea is to convey the message. And At the end of the day, how well it is received is what we look at, and the ways in which the diversity with which all these things go is surely one thing that is a learning for every class, every diverse group, and every minute. So definitely, I think Satya's point does make a lot of sense. I think she's the youngest out here, and she keeps coming up with all profound thoughts. I wonder how she does all these things. So,
Yeah, I
so
think if I can add something,
yes, sir, Shagaru.
uh, the group of youngsters will really brighten up.
Yeah,
Actually, today it's very bright here
yeah,
because their views are most important. And the way they, like that's what we want to hear.
yes.
Being from the other side of the age group, it is very essential for us to know that, like, especially the review done by Sandhya, like you guys yourselves, you are saying that, oh, I have to cut down my screen time. Like you yourself condition your mind about what is good and what is not good in there is really amazing. Then you will be the future leaders because you can see the point in it. It is not like completely putting it away, but seeing the good use of it. For example, like, if I have just 1 minute more, I want to
Yeah,
say
yeah,
this.
please, Ushaga.
Facebook, like every parent, I used to say this to my kids, but really we didn't monitor much. But one day, um, my neighbor auntie, she's like 80 years old, and I went to India, and when I came back, she was not there. And I was terrified what happened to her because I knew her for 20 years and the doors were locked. And then I didn't know whom to approach. And then luckily I remembered that her grandchildren are on Facebook. So on the Facebook, they were my friends. So I just sent a message like, how is auntie? And then within a minute, they responded, oh, she's in the nursing home. She's in the aged care and she's doing well, but, she's a bit forgetful. So we had to put her there. But that much speed in the information is what is there. So we should not underestimate the good thing about it. As long as Sandhya, as she said, we should not be the products in their hands.
Yeah,
So that is the clever way of manipulating ourselves away from, being their consumers, but you consume what you need. So thereby, that is future leader. Like whoever has thought of Facebook, it is a very simple idea 20 years back. And then now today he's, one of those richest people. It's not about the richness, but about, think of, oh, is this ethical to do this? Is it good? Is it bad? Or, no gadget is completely good. It is like, double-edged knife. That's all I want. But it's very good array today to see all the youngsters participating, really heartily. Very nice.
lovely. Thank you. Thank you, Shagar. We still have 5 more minutes to formally end the meeting. But before that, I think I agree with Ushagaru that today it has been quite enthusiastic. The whole mahol, I would say, the way in which the ambience has been quite interactive. And also, I guess the kind of picks that they have chosen, that the kind of books or the kind of movie or all those things are, they actually make us talk and they actually make us think deeper because they are very relevant and they are very happening, including the book that you have spoken, Usha Garu. Because when we talk about arguments, good, bad, and all, it's all a call for interaction, introspection within us about how this can help us about where we are not falling into.
Yeah.
So
Actually, each side heading is like one on which we can spend 1 hour
yeah,
so that
yeah.
everyone can share their experience and their example.
Kalyan Garu at one point was giving one review which had quite a few psychological conformity bias, and he was talking about a book, I guess, which had all some of them similar to these things, but not
Sure.
like exactly like this. But he was elaborating on how the brain reasons out and where it fades off, and where we need to monitor ourselves and things like that. So I guess these time and again we need to have such reviews because it helps us first of all to gauge
Correct
ourselves where we are
ourselves.
going.
Yeah.
Yeah, gauge ourselves where we are going.
Yeah.
So
And when the other person is when the other person is using a path like appeal to fear or appeal to authority, something like that, you can just pause for a second and then realize that they are not really arguing on a logical basis, but they are using some kind of this some kind of this. So then you can actually tell that in forthright manner.
yeah, sure.
Okay, so yeah, the technique that you are using is this.
Yeah.
Then the other person will understand.
One more point I wanted to add, just because this might benefit to some of them, because today, when I see that when some of the cases that come to me as teenagers, and I'm a professional psychologist as well. So when I take up cases, I'm now seeing quite a few people who are getting into anger issues related to their relationships. Even in general, their patience levels have gone down, especially the teenagers, and also the dynamics of the family between the parents and the teenagers. Why this is happening is because of mobile usage is something that is coming out in statistics. Because one of the reasons is very simple example. I'll tell you one case without naming the case. The moment that phone is taken away from the girl, she is getting very violent. So the anger related to this is not just in this case, it is happening as a phenomena. So that's where anger management and mobile, what do you call, addiction are definitely related. So if you know that you are getting addicted to mobile, you'll have to once have a look at how your tempers are. If you're getting temperamental and angry at a certain times, then you may want to go and check on yourself as to why this is happening. And if necessary, you may want to go to a professional, whoever you believe and know. So the idea is to help yourself. It's the only idea is to help yourself. The goals are getting distracted. If you're not able to focus on your specific goals, then they may want to talk and walk you through time management methods and other methods where they can help you back set on track. So this is very important on the practical side of the story. So I just thought I'll add this perspective as well.
Yeah, yeah. Just to summarize it, it's a sad note,
Yeah.
but next to the heart disease, the world is heading towards mental depression issues arising out of all these family situations, because we rather not trust our family members, but we can tell to some unknown person who is a Facebook friend,
Very true.
and that's how it is happening. So there are so many ways to avoid that.
True.
As Dr. Radhika said, the professional help is available, but people don't know that they have to reach out.
Absolutely. I have the opportunity just this Sunday, coming Sunday, we are going to have a medical camp, and this medical camp is for free. It is out of free service. So many doctors are coming there. It's a village near Ongol. So I am very happy and humbled and blessed to have this opportunity, because at the end of the day, if some of them at the village level, I'm going to address a bigger group, youngsters, students, teachers, as well as parents. I'm going to talk about all these things. Going to a village and talking about it surely makes a difference, because they're extremely intelligent people and extremely worthy people out there. It's just that, as Usha Garu has said, the word has to reach. The word has to reach. About today, when we're talking about this in a book review meet, or when all of us are here, that's one thing. But the reach has to go deeper into the rural area is what I had, and luckily I'm able to do that. I'm happy for it. All right. So yeah, Usha Garu, any
Very
thought?
nice of you. All the best.
Thank you, Andy. Thank you so much. So lovely having you all again, and hope to see you soon the next month. Nice of you to make it here, Tarun, and please do keep coming. We hope to see you.
Yeah, I would love to.
Yeah. Bye, everyone. Take care. And lovely reviews, all three of you, Ushagaru, Sandhya, and Sumana. Of course, Satya's presence also surely made a difference. Thank you so much. And lovely to see you, Sairam. Hope to see you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Good night.